And we're back in the doldrums of, that time of year again where
In between.
The in between.
We're in between.
We're in the in between. Fall tours, whatever that was, is in a bygone era.
Yeah.
We're all, dieting after our turkey bomb fiesta parties.
Yeah.
But it also gets you really thinking about, with Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And
Cyber Week, man.
Give back Thursday, Tuesday party. It's like you're looking at dry goods or got your Etsy discount code and you're just like,
did you save 20% on dry goods?
I looked at it.
You did, eh?
But it's like I own a lot of Phish t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You have an archive.
I have an archive of Phish t-shirts. And how often do you see me wearing a Phish t-shirt?
I've never seen you wear a Phish t-shirt. Wait, you're wearing a Hollywood Bowl Phish sweatshirt right now.
Okay, but this is actually like one of the best, official merch designs that I've ever seen. Like the spring tour merch. Remember that like Berkeley t-shirt?
Yeah.
They did? That's sick.
You're right.
Because it's not like brown with like maroon and
it doesn't look
yellow.
Like, when your kid takes all the colors of the paint and like just keep painting over the same piece of paper and it just turns brown.
Yeah.
That's all Phish merchandise forever. It's like that greeny brown, like
Green.
Dark red.
Yeah.
Like mustard yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Game Hinge shirt, like the Game Hinge Ranger shirt,
with the stripes.
It was like poop brown with like the long Game Hinge yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like, it's not like ridiculous, but the worst colors. Like when they make a black or white t-shirt, I'm like,
you're into it.
I'm thrilled, even though it's really never like anything to write home about, right?
Look, don't get me started, okay?
I know you don't even wear graphic tees.
Let's compare for a moment Phish with, let's say, Grateful Dead merch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Official and unofficial.
Official and unofficial.
Yeah.
Okay. The Dead merch, both official, even from Dead & Co. and all that stuff, through the unofficial, lot universe, there's so much excellent work being done by just even cool, like just the Bolts or just the Steelies or just like the Bears, or then artists that take it and reinterpret. There's so much great merch. There is absolutely nothing in the Phish universe.
Yeah, like I remember
that is good.
When I was like 16 to like 22, where it was like these lot tees that have like Simpsons things on them. I have this t-shirt that has like Itchy and Scratchy on it.
Okay.
And it says like Fluffhead with them like strangling each other. And then on the back, it says, it has like the three-eyed goldfish. It's like, I don't want a goldfish, but it's like a combination of two different songs.
I mean, The Simpsons
was cool.
Simpsons was good back.
Yeah.
So it's like a confluence of like two relevant topics.
Right. But like, it may also have to do with how stringent the Phish Corp has been in terms of what they allow people to put on t-shirts on tour, as opposed to like what the Dead were doing, because a lot of tour tees from the Grateful Dead from the 80s and 90s had like Steelies on them, had Jerry Bears on them, had like lightning bolts on them, like confiscating t-shirts, like had like their lot police going around and like confiscating t-shirts that infringed on their copyright.
Well, Phish has no iconography, really. Like,
well, they just have the Phish logo.
The Phish logo.
But if
that we all know and love.
But if it says Phish on any T-shirts,
They take it.
They take them.
Right.
But a lot of the lot tees from the Grateful Dead era, 95, pre-95, say the Grateful Dead on them. A lot of them have Steelies on them, not necessarily like the red and yellow or red and blue with the bolt in the middle, but like variations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still happening today on Dead & Co. Tour, was happening on Dead & Co. Tour, and people are selling Grateful Dead T-shirts all over the internet with Steelies on them and Jerry Bears on them.
Well, but
I don't know.
It's pretty easy to get those licenses now. You know, they'll sell bolts and Steelies and Bears licenses to any. I mean, everyone's doing it. But there's so much good Grateful Dead merch. I think 100%. That's the headline, right? Like, whatever your style is, right? I mean, you can go all the way from like high end, like James Purse. You could go down to like slow tide towels. You know, those are like higher end items. You can go into like cool tees. You can do, you know, from the lot. You can do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Is it just like the iconography of like a Steely?
So good.
Is like way higher elevation than like, it's like, what band's logo or icon is more popular? Like the Stones, like mouth, right, with the tongue. That is up there. Like, I'm sure millions more people know what that is.
Okay, the Prism of Dark Side, maybe.
Sure. Right, like
trying to think like
AC/DC, like with like the lightning bolt in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, but like the Dead are up.
What about that Joy Division T-shirt everyone always seems to wear?
And I've never heard one song.
Yeah, but you know the tee I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course, the black one.
The Dead has the best iconography, and it's everywhere, and it's awesome, and people are doing great stuff. And then like, you look at the Phish universe.
Yeah, well, I bet if Phish allowed their fans to like build off of the creativity of like their one logo, or potentially like inspiring them with their art the way the Dead did, like allowing, you know, these lot artists, the quote unquote proletariat of the lot, to like fucking do whatever they want with their art, with their icon. Maybe if Phish had been a little bit more lackadaisical on that, instead of like trying to cash grab, you know, official merch, which is, as we said, like most of the time, I'd say like 85% of the time been like, why? But maybe they know their demographic better than we do. We're just don't.
I think they sell a lot of merch. I see a lot when I go to a show. Yeah. I see a lot of brown Phish T-shirts.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
dark green Phish T-shirts.
Yeah. A lot of maroon.
A lot of maroon T-shirts.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one right now.
Like when you got
yellow, like yellow that looks like your dog needs to change its diet. Yellow. You know, like it's so bad, Jack. I haven't bought. I think I have one Phish. Well, I don't have any anymore. I think I bought a classic Phish logo tee on blue once, years ago. I mean, I'm talking 97. And the only other tee I ever picked up from Phish was a green John Deere, you know, antelope T-shirt that I got on the lot, maybe like Camden or something. I still remember it.
Creek.
These are the two options you have. You either get the Sega Reba vibe.
Yeah.
You know the one. Every song name is jammed into another logo, and some other company's logo, and we decide to put the song name in it. And that gets like, that's funny for about 3 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, for a long time, or initially they had Pollock, right?
Well, yeah, that's
still does. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like they've created like a machine where they make all this so merch, right? And then they have like the exclusive Pollock.
I love the Pollock,
right?
Stuff. I love like the Junta Pollock.
That they could probably charge like $120 for a T-shirt, and people would buy them.
You know the Pollock, you know the rat, like the mouse with the top hat,
the fee,
right? The fee with the fishing line. Like that's sick.
But that's Junta art.
Yeah,
that they've had since day one, right? But they haven't really like pushed it that hard, you know.
But I mean, look, if you want to talk about Pollock, that's completely different. I think his posters are great. And we're not even talking about posters because that's a whole other ball of wax. There's great ones and there's less great ones. But like when they take anything Pollock and put it on a t-shirt, 9 times out of 10, I'm into it. I've seen some great stuff and I'm always like, ooh, that would be cool. And it's always sold out, right? So I own 0 of it. But like going back for a second, it's either, Reba or the only one that I've ever been drawn to was the antelope on the John Deere thing. That's the only mashup that I've ever been like, that's cool. It's either that or we got circles, man.
Yeah.
Like
not to knock on him in any way, but like Millward, the guy who does like a lot of poster art for them, it's like you would know it. Millward. If you look at it, you'll know his art, and like his designs have like been transferred onto a lot of t-shirts.
Okay.
Like when they try to do like single event tees for like a tour.
Yeah.
And it's basically like the same like kind of circle. Like, in like 2015.
Like fall tour or whatever, and it's got like trees on it.
It's like very much similar, except like a different color t-shirt and like a very slightly different design for like each specific night.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they have the resources. They have like the opportunity to like kind of bring it into...
there was actually, I want to say this recently, a couple pieces of Phish, real official Phish merch that I thought was kind of cool. For the tour for the spring tour last year, there was like kind of like a dragon. It was like an orangey dragon on black.
Was that last year or was that this year?
It was last year, I'm almost certain. And then this year, they also did another dragon in like really jagged letters, like a wizard. It wasn't last year it was a dragon, this year is a wizard. And I can't help like the wizard obviously just reminds me of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Like it reminds me of their merch. And it's actually was like kind of cool. Like, did I buy it? No, but I was like, that's different.
But then there's like this.
That's awful.
Like Atlantic City 2022, purple with an octopus on it with a Ferris wheel in between its legs.
It's so stupid. It's awful, Jack. I would rep Phish gear. I would wear Phish gear. But I can't.
Yeah. Then there's like, let's see this one. This one ain't like the worst.
It's terrible.
Banger Maine 2022 with a little bear and a fishnet. Yeah, I wouldn't wear it.
Look, I'm not trying to rip on anyone in particular. I know there's probably really great people that do this stuff. I just mean like when I see a lot of the Grateful Dead merch, even made by other people or whatever, I'm just like, yeah, I want that. Like I want that tee. I want whatever is going on with that. Right?
Yeah.
And I love Phish. And I like can't, there's nothing for me to
like this.
No.
Like that color.
I don't even want to say that.
That moss green with yellow.
I know the color schemes are terrible. I don't even know. I've never even seen t-shirts with any of these colors in my life, except on dry goods.
You know what it must be? Maybe they're getting like these colors on discount.
Half price.
Nobody else wants these.
No other brand
t-shirts
in the entire world has ever printed anything on any of these colored t-shirts. Really? Except Phish.
Yeah. Just like really trying to get to the bottom of this.
But then we get the circle, Jack. We get the donut.
Yeah.
That's the only other thing we got.
I mean, Fishman never intended for that donut to be like, I saw a picture on the Instagram the other day. Somebody has their like Bronco wrapped.
Their entire car
wrapped in matte donut, official color, like navy and fucking red in Florida, like full wrap.
It's too much. Like, I wish a donut's not that interesting. Okay. Just as like, again, if you want to refer to it as iconography, the Dead has incredible iconography. A red circle. Look, do I love Fishman's Moo Moo? It's hilarious. Have they taken it in new directions recently, with all the different colors and all that stuff? Great. Like, they have fun with it. That's awesome. But you know what? Like, I don't need red circles on my sunglasses. I don't need red circles on my license plate. I don't need red circles on my car.
That's not.
You're showing me
I'm showing you
from Inglewood.
From Inglewood.
That is okay.
From the Forum.
It looks like the Lakers
because it's gray. right, is a gray t-shirt, which looks cool.
Well, gray, white, and black are like 3 solid t-shirt colors.
Exactly.
All those other colors are
Those
terrible.
are so rare. Anyway, sorry to cut you off.
I was just ranting about the donut. There's just not much you can do creatively. Like, and there's a lot of people out there selling a lot of donut stuff, and like it's cool. Like, good for you. People buy it, people wear it. Like, I got no problems with other people doing it. It's just like I don't want it. The red ring of death, is that what you said? The Xbox red ring. It's just like it's not inspiring. It doesn't rap hard. It doesn't look cool. There's nothing cool about it. And
I feel you.
It sucks. Like, as a Phish head, it sucks that there is no way. There's no, like, I can't rep the brand or my, connection with the community. Really.
I know. It's
in
why
any way.
I have so many Phish t-shirts that I just never wear that I bought when I was younger. I'll buy one here or there now because, like, maybe they sold out of posters and they have an event tee. Like, I'm not normally buying like a tour tee because they're usually like brown or green, and I don't wear those. But
like, think about also, like, I have a friend that has like a Steely license plate holder. It's like a big Steely with the license plate in the middle. It's just like bits of it around the edge. It looks super cool on their car, Or if I even think about like the Grateful Fred stuff, you can get a bolt on your car. Like, my wife has a bolt on her car. Like, you got some stuff on your car, right?
Yeah.
A bolt and
Dark Star.
Yeah. Like, those things look cool. But like, then you go to you click on Phish and like, are you going to get Carini on your car? Like that, like, are you going to put a red circle on it?
The only thing I've ever considered from Phish to put on my car is like one of those license plate frames that says like my other vehicle is a second set tweezer. Because it's funny.
That's funny.
And it's like understated, like it's not like a sticker that's stuck to my car that it's like going to be a pain in the ass to get off. It's like a license plate frame that's like kind of funny, I also did once see, like the Jesus fish.
Yeah.
I once saw one of these, a Jesus fish that said fish inside of it.
Okay.
But that was like 30, 20 years
That's
ago.
kind of funny.
Whoever made that, please send me one.
In high school, I had that PH. Like, in New England, there's a lot of those oval stickers that say like RI for Rhode Island or MA for Massachusetts or VT for Vermont, obviously.
Yeah.
There was one that just said PH.
Yeah.
And also ones that said YEM. I think I had the PH one.
Yeah, I remember the YEM ones.
I also had one of those. But I mean, we're talking, I was 16, right? So, I mean, the choices I made then, I might not make anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there was a point in Phish's merch history where they made official shirts for songs. Like they had like the bathtub gin, like distilled, like it was almost like a liquor bottle label.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And they also had like a Sanity t-shirt, and they had a Mike Song t-shirt. I remember I have this Mike Song t-shirt. This one, the Navy one that's like Mike Song flying through space, right? And those were like kind of decent, just like a little bit,
maybe
a little bit different. These are from like 2000, 99. And another one t-shirt that I do like, and I barely wear it anymore because I don't want it to wear out, is Big Cypress, like the band character faces, the four characters, their faces like lined up. Because like that just is different. It's like not like a giant thing on a t-shirt. It's just like a little thing on a t-shirt that, like, if you don't know who those guys are, you don't know. But if you do know who they are, then you know.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if you know, you know. And I feel like a lot of Phish stuff that I've liked is if you know, you know. Like, kind of subtle. The stuff that's like blown up in your face that says Phish or is like over the top, at least for me as a 40-year-old man, is not something that I want to wear anymore. And I feel like a lot of Phish heads these days are in their 40s plus. But then there's like the Master of Fu shirt from fall '97.
That's your favorite shirt.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Well, because it's hard to dislike anything from fall '97, but it's just like different. You know, it just like gave it a little bit more. It's not like crazy, out of control, weird art. It's just like a funny kind of thing. You know, Phish Destroys America with like that slant is cool.
The classic logo, Phish logo, is great.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, it has such a soft spot for me.
Me too.
It's just tricky. Like, it doesn't work on everything, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like so colorful. I know they do it in black and white, but even like if you were to put that on a tee sensibly,
It could work, I think. Like, I have the hoodie that they did a few years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. They did hoodies, very nice product. That hoodie, I still wear it all the time. And it has it's like gray or like blackish, dark ash, not exactly like heather gray. And it has the rainbow logo on it. And I wear that all the time. Not necessarily like during the week, but on the weekends, you know, at 7 a.m, out in the cold, in California.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I'll wear that. And I like it. It's comfortable. It's not too flashy. It's just like the rainbow logo on like a very easy color.
I don't know. I wish there was more merch.
I wish there was too. I wish there was like a little bit of a open, you know, community that could throw things at the wall and they stick. You know, and they have done that a little bit lately because it's been so successful for Dead & Co., right? Like, Dead & Co. has brought into their official merch lot artists,
Yes.
right?
Well, like good ones.
Good lot artists
Yeah.
that have generated
To make official.
followings.
Yeah.
And then like the Dead brought them in to do official merch, and Phish did the same thing, right? They brought in Dean's Nuts
Yeah.
to do the New Year's 2022 long sleeve black, and it was so different than anything that Phish had ever had before, and people loved it. They even did like a second run, I think, in like you missed this, because they sold out.
Yeah, by
They
the
were
way.
fucking black and a little bit different. You know, people were all over it. So I don't know who, you know, runs their game plan with merch, but it doesn't seem like they're holding a lot of inventory at the end of a tour. So there's just like no fire under their ass to really change anything.
Because you're saying it sells.
It sells.
It sells.
It sells.
Yeah.
Because like there's no other options, but like maybe they could sell like 20% more to the people who like are like, ugh.
I buy zero Phish.
Yeah, people like you who are like, I love Phish, but I will never wear one of their shirts because they just don't vibe.
Yeah. It's disappointing. I would love, I mean, you know, the Dead just did such a good job with their iconography. It's like you know, I'm just jealous, I guess. I would love Phish to have timeless pieces, you know, like is there a market? You know how the old vintage Dead tees, there's like a huge market for old vintage Dead tees.
Huge.
And I'm not saying that you can't go on eBay, and I'm not saying you can't buy a fall 97 Phish Destroys America t-shirt for like more money than it's worth. But like, there's not a vibrant market for old Phish shirts.
There isn't, because like there's
nothing desirable.
Right. Like there is very little. Like my favorite vintage Phish t-shirt that I have is like one that just has a small circle that has the Phish logo, and around it says local crew. Right? Because that's like kind of wasn't for sale at merch, but like some dude who was working on like the tour in '98 got like a t-shirt for setting up the stage, you know, on the road, right? And that,
what was that like? You know, the trash pickup crew, the post-show pickup crew, the green team.
Yeah, I think so.
People had like green team tees and stuff.
Right, that's like a merit badge.
Yeah,
or like water wheel.
Yeah,
You know, like a water wheel like
Yeah, and
on
that's
your
different
backpack.
because that's totally different.
Yeah.
That's a whole other ball of wax.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm in Facebook groups that pertain to Phish merch,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen people like just trying to fucking sell their old maroon tee from '96, and nobody is fucking
But yeah, no.
you know, somebody's trying to sell like their like big old Phish jacket. You know, like they had like jackets, like random,
Like a starter jacket?
no, not like a starter jacket, more like a 90s jacket, like boxy kind of
Like a Carhartt box jacket?
sort of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. like they had
With
like
a zipper?
yeah, and they had like a patch,
I think I can
like a
picture
Phish
it.
patch on it.
Yeah.
It's like I guess 90s stuff is coming back.
90s is
style.
coming back.
But
Maybe
no-
I'll scoop that
But
jacket.
not for us, for Gen Z. Like Gen Z people are wearing 90s baggy pants now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not. I don't know if I could rock baggy pants right now. I just like to show off these stems.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what our conclusion is. What's our conclusion? Like, what do we do about it?
I don't know if we can do anything about it. I think we can just like continue to hope and pray that like there's more black and white and subtle, like if you know, you know, like Phish t-shirts. Like I was wearing the Phish Berkeley shirt from this year
Mm-hmm.
a couple weeks ago on a Sunday, and I was walking on the street and some guy goes to me like, "Go Bears." I was like, "Yeah, go Bears." Because he thought it was actually like a Berkeley
Yeah.
college
Yeah.
t-shirt.
T-shirt.
You know, it says Berkeley on it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even see, I guess, like the Phish 2023 on the top. He was just like, "Go Bears." I was like, "Yeah, go
Yeah.
Bears." I didn't go there though. Anyway, I don't know. I think that there is opportunity. I think that we're by no means experts in like the marketing strategy that Phish Corp has had in motion for the last 25, 30 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess there's no like red flags coming up from management or the band about like how much merch they could actually sell. But if you look at Dead & Co., I'm sure, right? Like how much is Dead & Co. generating on merch per tour compared to Phish?
Well, and John Mayer wears the merch, you know, like remember the LA show where it was like
Oh, yeah,
the
with the
black with the
Jerry Bear.
pink Jerry
Yeah.
Bear?
Yeah.
Ooh, did I want that shirt?
I know.
It sold out so fast.
So fast. You can't get one of those.
I mean, I haven't looked on the secondary, but I just remember rushing to the stage. Yeah. He came out on stage and I was like, I want that t-shirt. It was like boink out to the thing, sold out.
Yeah.
Except size extra, extra, extra small. Like that was good. Didn't he get like a huge cut of that merch?
I think he had the majority cut of merch.
Yeah.
It was like,
Of new debt. That was his cash cow.
right?
Out of debt and
He
cap.
was controlling design.
Yeah.
You know, he was like way more involved.
Good for him.
And he has great style, apparently. You know,
You know, he always has he does actually wear cool clothes.
he wears cool clothes.
Yeah.
You know, he's with it.
Yeah, he's with it anyway.
He's with it.
Exactly.
More so than like, you know, unfortunately, like
We're not,
Trey
well,
or Mike or Paige.
you know the guy that I love on
John.
Twitter? I'm
Guy who
not.
does Trey's fashion.
Yeah,
on
he
Twitter.
needs to move to a new platform because I'm not on there anymore. But like, yeah, Trace, you know, it's like,
Trey's
but
wearing like Vervato.
But it's all just from like Mr. Porter. Like he's got like a guy that like
Yeah.
shops Mr. Porter for him. And he
Gets
gets
me,
like the
like,
John
Grey Goose.
Marvatos this or like the great golden goose shoes, or like all these like expensive sweaters or
Yeah.
button downs, and it's just like it's
Cardigans.
all like Mr. Porter. Like
Right.
they have one website.
100%.
It's just that like vibe, which is great.
But like if Phish sold a Pepe Le Pew or a Marvin the Martian t-shirt, they would fly off the shelves. Because or like a Jaw volunteer t-shirt. Like
Yeah.
the shit that Trey used
Like
to wear.
yeah, old school throwback Trey
Like,
shirts.
they see those old school official, you know, like, oh, call Looney Tunes, like boo-hoo. you got to like give them a small percentage. But like, you know how many god dang Marvin the Martian t-shirts they would sell if they had a picture, like if they were at the official merch stand?
Well, is that the issue, Jack? Is the issue that
Probably.
we, meaning Phish people,
Yeah.
would wear a terrible shirt? Like, in what? I mean, it's funny because it's like, okay, Pepe Le Pew, like, to us, that's funny because it's Trey and you know that he's going to be on fucking fire, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's early 90s. But, like, it's stupid. It's still stupid.
It's stupid. And
But
that's
we would
why,
buy,
that's why people buy like those like Reba, Sega, you know, like lot tees, because like that was Trey's kind of style, right? Like
Yeah.
he was all about like wearing like some random brand
Yeah.
t-shirt, you know, that, and then like people, that was
It's so funny to think about the glow up that they've all had. Like, just the clothes, you know, like, or like, how Paige always has those like pattern shirts, like monkeys or dolphins stuff on. We'll get some like
short sleeve,
short
down,
sleeve, button down, like his Mexico vibe, you know, his like elevated Mexico vibe.
Mexico glow up because he's pulling out all the big guns.
And, you know, and we said this like a few minutes ago. I love whoever's in charge of making the different colored muumuus. Like, go for that. It's fun. You know, let the guy out. Guy's been wearing a dress behind the drums 40 years. Let him have some fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously Mike is the one guy that seems like he picks his own clothes.
For sure.
You know? Like, I think Trey has like a rack of clothes like available for him.
Yeah.
And someone's like, here, like this outfit looks like, why don't you put this outfit on?
And that rack might just be like in his closet at home, you know?
Trey's?
Yeah, like they just feel this.
No, I mean like onto whatever. But if someone professional is just filling
His style.
yeah, they're like he has a stylist. There's limited like choose from these things and you can put an outfit together.
And
right?
pants have to be minimum $400. T-shirts,
Everything's
minimum $150.
At least
Shoes have to be minimum
$800 for a pair of shoes. Like his whole glow up is insane.
Sweaters have to be at least $750. You know,
But he looks good.
cashmere.
You know, he looks good.
Yeah.
But Mike, he's shopping. He's on the internet.
He's on the internet.
Mike's on the internet.
For neon.
Yeah, shoes.
And his scarf closet is probably just
He's got a whole chest on tour. his scarf chest.
boas.
Yeah, boas and scarves. Yeah, he's taken personal style into his own hands.
And you know what, Mike? I respect that. Like, he's got some sick-ass sneaks that he's popping.
Sweet sneaks.
And I feel like people can relate to that a little bit more. Like, Trey's wardrobe is like, maybe that's why he wants to play at MSG all the time, because there's so many, like, bankers who are like...
He's got a high-end wardrobe.
Who are like, oh, man, Trey's got those golden goose.
Yeah,
I should get
exactly.
those for Sunday brunch.
Yeah, like if like he doesn't look bad at all. He looks good. It's just funny to be like, wow, like you put that whole outfit together top to bottom of like top shelf, like dad wear, you know?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a lot of the new music we're making. It's just top shelf dad vibe. So his closet kind of matches a lot of the new music and just sort of like top shelf dad vibes.
That is very observant of you.
But
Good correlation.
anyway, alrighty.
Well, we've said our piece, you know? Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Phish.
Go get that stuff at Dry Goods.
Boom.